this week's market analysis, we're going to be covering some projects in crypto market, some stocks you should have on your watch list from the US stock market, some reversal cases from the Indian stock market, and some of the ones which are making new all-time highs that should be on your radar. If you guys like the content, follow me on Instagram and check out my one-on-one mentorship program at tradingbyprateek.com. Let's go ahead and jump in. People have been gung-ho about the crypto community. First is Bitcoin Cash. Now, Bitcoin Cash made a high here in April 24, a lower high here, and a lower low. But now it is in the process of making a higher high for the first time. And let's see if it can continue this journey. If we also look at how things are shaping up for it in terms of OBV, so in terms of buying pressure from the volumes perspective, so OBV is also making a high, a higher low, and a higher high. So there is definitely buying pressure here. And if there is buying pressure, there could as well be a case to be made that it could throw itself upwards. So let's see how this plays out. Similarly, there is a chart for Monero. Monero is again cleanly trying to make a higher high and a higher low and a higher high and a higher low and a higher high. So at this point of time, it is up against a resistance from April 21, the previous cycle top. It is testing that resistance at the moment. It is at a bearish divergence against RSI. And this is even a bigger problem. I am talking about Monero here. This is downtrending buy pressure. As the price is uptrending, the buy pressure is downtrending, which is what we are able to find out from on balance volume. So I don't necessarily like it. I would look at this kind of a trade on Monero only if I also see price action backed by volume. As I always say, price can go upwards without volume. It cannot sustain upwards without volume, and hence it is important that in my style of trading, that volume is backing the price movement. Last altcoin that I want to talk about is Zcash. Now Zcash is had quite a major candle yesterday, which is almost a 15% candle, so it is sort of leading the pack here. On the weekly also, it if you closely look at it, it has not broken this support. So this red candle support is still live, and in fact, without even retesting it, it has given a major bounce upwards from a low of 301, now at 516. So it has almost bounced 60%. So a good bounce without even touching the actual support here on the weekly chart. This continues to look well at this point of time. On the daily also, this looks all right. Let's see if it has the buying volume backing this. Okay, so buying volume is okay. It is not exciting, but it is okay. It is more or less sideways, slightly trending upwards. The price has gone up more fast than the volume has. So I would like to see more buying pressure here on the volume indicator also. This was the crypto majors and some altcoins that I wanted to cover that the community is at the moment gung ho about. Moving on to some stocks from the US stock market, there are about 6 or 7 stocks that I think you should have on your trading list, on your watch list. About 7 stocks is what I'm going to be talking about. This is Hilton Worldwide, and of course, any charts that I talk about here, I also trade. Not all of them, but some of them could be in my portfolio. So that's a disclaimer right here. This chart looks good on multiple time frames. If you look at the Hilton Worldwide Holdings chart on a quarterly time frame, it looks good. In the last quarter, it gave a red candle retest, and this quarter it has broken out again. So on 3 months it looks good, on 2 months it looks really good, on 1 month it looks absolutely fine, and there on the weekly also it looks absolutely fine. So if you just keep your invalidation somewhere here below these candles, I think this is going to be a fine stock to keep an eye on. After Hilton, there is another stock that should be on your watch list. This is Hartford Insurance. Now, Hartford Insurance is a clear case wherein it is making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and now making another higher high. So this is a chart that should definitely be on the watch list, and see if it fits into your trading strategy to step into this chart and make it a part of your portfolio. Next chart that I want, this is a reversal prospect. Now, a very interesting reversal prospect. While the chart here has broken this high here, it has broken this high, but if you look at it, sorry, I'll go back to this chart. But if you look at it, the interesting thing what is happening here is the weekly volume chart. The weekly volume chart is already at an all-time high, the OBV chart, which means that there is buying pressure here. This is already at a, so previous all buying pressure that it faced, it has surpassed those pressures and it has made an all-time high. So there is buying volume here, there is buying pressure here. And what is the price telling us? The price is telling us that it is trying to reverse. So there was this V here, this high was taken out. I'll remove this magnet. Yeah. So this high was taken out here, and now it is making further new highs here. So this chart should definitely be on your watch list, and then see whether it fits your trading strategy. Now this is another chart. It's a pretty simple chart, Electronic Arts Inc. It is overall after a major sideways movement right from August 2018 up till March 2025. So it has been in a sideways movement for almost 7 years. After the 7 years, this has now seemed to have broken upwards. And after breaking upwards, it has given a, and also look at the volume here. The volume is again at an all time high in terms of buying pressure on balance volume. The buying pressure is at an all time high. Is the chart at an all time high? The chart is also at an all time high. The good part is, let me show you what is happening in the last 4 to 6 candles here on the weekly chart. This is where I want you to focus. Now, the chart broke upwards, it gave a big gap up, and after this gap up, there it has made a simple higher low and is making a higher high. The way chart is poised, it is screaming that it wants to go upwards. Anything can happen. There could be new candles every week forming, and therefore the story could change tomorrow and or in coming weeks. But at the moment, this chart clearly says that it wants to go upwards. So a very simple way to consider this is that keep your stop loss somewhere below these candles, and play it if it fits your trading strategy, if it fits your risk management style. So this is another chart that I think should definitely be on your watch list. JP Morgan is another chart which is just going up and to the right. And why, despite going up so much, why am I at all bringing it to your attention? Because here it made a V-shaped recovery. So while after going for months upwards, it tried to retrace here, and maybe it could have ended its bull run, but it made this V-shaped recovery. And after this V-shaped recovery, it is continuing to make high and now another higher high. So this is what I like to see in a chart, V-shaped recoveries and then followed by another higher high and higher low series, which I see on the JP Morgan chart. This is definitely interesting, should be on your watch list. Another one should be Chubb Limited. Now, Chubb Limited is again a fantastic chart. If you look at it on multiple time frames, look at the quarterly time frame. I'll highlight it for you, zoom in for you. This looks a brilliant chart on the quarterly, very cleanly. You can define invalidation levels here just below these red candles. The 2 month chart looks good. The 1 month chart, it looks absolutely fine. And so does the weekly chart. So while there could be some minor pullback, you never know if you get a chance to buy it lower, but the way quarterly chart, 2 monthly chart, etc. are looking, it might just rip upwards from straight here. Of course, the invalidation levels would be anything below these candles or perhaps even these candles. So till the time the chart is maintaining these lows and not breaking these lows, I continue to have a bullish stand on these charts. Another one that should be on your watch list, and the last one that should be on your watch list from the US stock market, is a metals chart. Now, metals as a sector has broken upwards around the world, gold and silver and palladium and whatnot. Um, this is lithium Argentina chart, and the way I am reading this chart, it has clearly, this was a high, this was a low, and this high has been broken here. So if we look at this chart here, this was broken here, and then a new higher high is getting formed. So I definitely like this chart. I also want to check out the volume if you want. The volume is clearly rising upwards, so it's up into the right kind of volume chart as well. So another likable chart. It is a reversal prospect in the US stock market, lithium Argentina. So another one that should definitely be on your watch list. Now moving to Indian stocks, and in Indian stocks we're going to be talking about some. I'd start with one stock which is about to resume trend, which is NMDC Limited. This chart was going up into the right since about 2020, was making highs, and it made a solid up high move in 2024. Right, in fact, it started in 2023, middle of 2023, and went up till middle of 2024. Now it seems to have retraced and again trying to move upwards. So it has broken this high. This high has been taken out by this candle, and therefore I think it is about to get into a series of higher highs and higher lows again. Another chart that should be on your watch list from the Indian stock market. See whether it fits your risk management and trading style. Now I want to move to some charts which are trading at or very near to all-time highs, and I see interesting chart setups. The first one in the series is Iris Clothing. Again, one of my favorite setups, wherein you see a sharp move downwards and a sharp move upwards. So basically a V-shaped recovery. So this V-shaped recovery, these kind of charts, this kind of pattern definitely suits me. So after completing this V-shaped recovery, it made a high here, and then since June 25 till about December 25, the chart went sideways. This is looking small. I'll zoom in. See, this went sideways. So after almost 6 months of sideways movement, it has now broken upwards. So this is a chart that should definitely be on your watch list, and see whether it adds value. You find it worthy to make it a part of your portfolio. Next, I would want to talk about is Bellrise Industries Limited. It is a newly listed company, uh, middle of this year, 2025, and making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and making another higher high. So it's just about joining the trend here. It's a simple chart to look at on the weekly. Next is Wellspun Investments and Commercials Limited. It looks fine on the quarterly, looks fine on 2 months as well. The monthly chart looks fantastic. So does the weekly. In fact, last 2 weeks there have been a mild pullback also. So I look at this as an opportunity, see if it fits your trading style. Ultimately, I think it's currently trading at 1345, and I think the true invalidation is somewhere here in this range. So the stop loss right now is large, but considering all the large time frames, see if it fits your trading style. But it's definitely a stock to keep on your radar. Moving on to next, which is Pondy Oxides and Chemicals Limited. POCL is the ticker. It's a fine chart on the monthly and a fine chart on the weekly as well. I see this as a clear breakout. Another chart that you must keep a track on, making a new all-time high. Silver Touch Technologies, this is my second last chart of the day. 6 months looks absolutely gorgeous. So does the 3 month chart. The 2 month chart also looks fantastic. 1 month chart also looks absolutely fine. It's a clean breakout. and so is the weekly chart. So this is definitely another stock to keep on your watch list. A clear invalidation level would be somewhere around this, currently trading at 880 rupees, and if the stop loss is somewhere close to 660, 670 rupees, then it's clearly a large stop loss. So not everybody's trading style it may suit, but see if it fits into yours. But definitely a stock to keep on your watch list. The last stock that I would like to cover is Craftsman Automation. This is how it looks on the yearly, which looks fine to me. On the 6 months, it looks fine as well. On quarterly, again, a fine looking chart, clean higher high and higher low. On 2 months, it's bullishly engulfing a recent red candle. On 1 month, looks a clear breakout and wants to blast upwards. On the weekly, it's a fine chart as well. It's trading at a new all time high. This is a clean invalidation level. This was the last chart that I wanted to cover, Craftsman Automation.